to today's interview. I'm Ruth from Something to Play For, and today we have a very special guest, which is Meghan Lord. Known for her outstanding performance on the soccer field, playing as a midfielder for Stonehill College, and of course her dedication to both academics and athletics. So, Meghan, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, fantastic. We're very excited to have you. So thank you so much for taking the time here. And we've been following your impressive journey and achievements, and that's been truly inspiring. But you had a great year this past season, and your career so far has been great. So, everyone, quick background. Growing up, Meghan played with FC Stars Massachusetts and Global Premier Soccer New Hampshire, which have been instrumental in her development. And additionally, she has excelled academically, which is impressive, earning recognition on the NE10 Academic Honor Roll. So, these experiences have helped her shape her into a well-rounded and accomplished athlete and human being. So, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks.
Okay, so for the first question, Meghan, could you share your story with us? Where you're from, how you got into soccer, and the journey that led you to play at Stonehill College?
Yeah. So I am from Bedford, New Hampshire. I grew up in New Hampshire my whole life. New Hampshire's kind of an area that isn't super big with soccer. I mean, we have great soccer programs, but it's a small state. So I really had to try and be competitive as I grew up, playing at the best clubs I could. I ended up playing in Massachusetts, so I would make the commute to soccer every 3 times a week and play in Massachusetts, which was a little bit of a sacrifice, but in the long run, it ended up being very instrumental in my career. I started playing.
It's your work, but you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Stonehill was one of the colleges that I really liked when I came here, and then it was a great fit for me academically and athletically. I loved the coaching staff.
Ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
It can be fun, but
you're better than that.
Control the game. They win it 2-1.
So, yeah, I think that's kind of all I have to say about recruiting. Yeah.
All right. It wasn't easy, but you had a lot of situations happen. Again, the perseverance is very important here, so we're really inspired by that. Now, how important do you think mentorship is for young athletes, and how has it influenced your career?
Um, I think it's huge. I have always looked up to people who are older than me, wanting to be like players in my club who are older than me, in my high school who are older than me. But I think the other thing too is I feel like I'm a pretty big mentor in other people's lives. I have two younger sisters, and we're all very close. And I feel like it motivates me being their mentor in kind of a backwards way. But um, we go out and train together, and I see them working hard. It makes me want to work hard because I'm their older sister, and I want to push them even to higher, bigger things. Um, so I think it's been very influential in my career. I think it's pushed me to do better, um, and obviously enjoy the sport with like the people around me that I love. So
Yeah, it's great. It's very inspiring that you have this sort of interest in also being a mentor for your sisters. So definitely, it's very important. As a big sister myself, I feel the same. It's just very important, detrimental for their development.
yeah.
Now, what has been your experience so far balancing sports and academics, and what would be some words of advice for balancing both?
Yeah, I chose a pretty hard major at Stonehill. Um, I am a health science major and a chemistry minor, so I know the ins and outs of studying. I have had to attend labs, um, not having a lot of extra time during my day, which makes time management very important. I like to keep a very detailed calendar, two different calendars. So I have kind of a more broad calendar where I see my main events of the day, and then a more detailed calendar where I see my hour to hour. This helps me plan out where I have time to fit in homework, where I have time to study, which has really helped me. I also think, let's see, I think reaching out to people in your community. Um, so if you're struggling, reaching out to your coaches. We have great people that will help us with academics if we're ever struggling here. I think also leaning on the people around you. So if you're in a college setting, studying with friends, studying with teammates, you're all in the same boat. Um, Helps you stay motivated and helps you stay remember that the reason you're here is for school, so you have a great education when you are done with your soccer career. Yeah.
That's great. And it takes a lot of discipline, of course. We're always very, impressed by looking at all these young athletes who are able to balance both successfully, like you, even with honors. So we always like to ask, what's your method? What tips would you offer to young athletes? So that's great. That's awesome perspective. Thank you.
Yeah.
Then, lastly, what words of encouragement would you offer your younger self? And what advice would you give to young athletes aiming for college soccer?
Yeah, this is a good one. I really think don't compare yourself to people around you. In high school, you're all looking for a spot to play. You're all kind of on a similar paths. Um, But I think my dad gave me really advice when I was young is just put on some blinders and just get in your own lane and do what's best for you. I think you can get all caught up in, oh, she's going to this school and she's going to this school, but that probably wouldn't be the best school for you anyway. So focus on what is best for you. Make your journey your own, and just have fun with it. I think it's like a really cool thing to be able to play college soccer and be able to play at such a high level. Um, and don't forget that it's supposed to be fun as well. Um, so I think perseverance, don't give up. Don't don't forget about the end goal. You will find a place, but don't compare yourself to people around you. Just do what's best for you.
Yeah, definitely. That's great advice for life in general. So, completely agree with
Exactly.
that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here. We really appreciate you coming today. And we're all looking forward to your upcoming endeavors. So that wraps up today's episode with Megan Lord. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned, guys, because we have more exciting interviews and updates from Something to Play For in the future. Something to play for.